Hello everybody, it is Magic Monday, but it's not live. This is a pre-record. This is a pre-record. I'm not here live, but please do leave a comment still, because that's always lovely. And when I get back later on today, I will see them and I will be thrilled. And this is a special week because this weekend it is the 17th, and this book is being sent out to hundreds and hundreds of people this week, which is absolutely wonderful. It goes out tomorrow and they will be receiving them on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, hopefully at the latest Saturday. The international ones have already gone. Yes, they've already gone, so maybe those people have got them and they've started posting things about them. Exciting times. But this is Magic Monday and I'm going to play the jingle and we're going to crack on. You ready? Here we go.
It's the start of the week. Grab your coffee cups. It's Magic Monday.
Pre-recorded. So I'm excited about this because, well, of course, any time that you've got a new book coming out, it's exciting times. Of course it is. For an author, this is the moment. Like hard copy, being able to do that. Looking in, seeing your words, seeing your ideas taking shape. It's the most magical, wonderful thing in the world. And anybody who says it's not a big deal, then chase them away, because it is a big deal. There's no doubt about it. It is one of the biggest deals to actually see your book in print and to have your name on the front. That's quite a short title, isn't it? 17. I'll talk a little bit about it in a second. But first of all, I want to say a few thank yous. So thank you to all the people who pre-ordered 17 Blue. First, to explain the difference between 17 Ordinary and 17 Blue. So 17 Ordinary, I should have one ready. Of course I should, yeah. This is it. So this is the normal one. Now this is a proof copy, so it has that bit stuck across the front there. And from the 17th of September, you'll be able to order this directly from a certain bookshop called Amazon, which we all know. It'll be on Amazon.com, Amazon.com, Amazon.co.uk. In fact, all the Amazons is going to be there. So yeah, that's the orange one. And so if you haven't ordered this one, don't fret, you will still be able to get this one. And the content inside is exactly the same in there as it is in there. Just this one, the 17 Blue, it's on a slightly thicker paper. It's blue, obviously. You've got the little extra special bit inside 17 Blue. And it's a limited edition, so they're all numbered. They are, at this moment in time, I think sold out. When we send out the postage stuff tomorrow, we always have a few extras just in case something has gone wrong, because the last thing you want is to do a limited edition of something and then have your last 4 ready to go and there's only 2. So we do a slight what's called an overprint, and that means you might end up with a few extras. If there's a few extras, I'll let you know. First people in will be able to buy them. But I guess most people will be very happy just getting the orange copy if you haven't ordered 17 already. So this is a great project. The whole 17 project has been a joy to do from beginning to end. I have to say that Team 17, yes, Team 17, I had to look down to see which side it's on, because I sometimes do that. Team 17 have been brilliant as part of this process, with ideas and feedback and thoughts and stories and great input. I mean, just really, really brilliant stuff. So thank you to all the members of Team 17. If you'd like to know more about Team 17, just go to michaelheppel.com/17 and click on the bit that's at the top, and you will see information about Team 17. You can join, you can become a member. It's all going to be fun. And on Sunday night, this Sunday, so not yesterday, but this one coming, which is the 17th, we are doing a very special open evening, and you can come along. You can come along and have a look at what we do on day 17 with Team 17. And it's an open house, which I've got to tell you, we don't do very often. Oh no, we don't do them very often. But 7 o'clock on Sunday night, you will be able to come along and have a look. And if you're on our mailing list, you will have been sent information about that. So check your emails. If you're not on our mailing list and you would like more, just leave a comment here and just say, tell me more about what's happened on Sunday night. And we will send you information. We'll send you a link and we'll do all that good stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to talk quite a bit about 17 and the concepts of 17. I've got some training I want to share. Some people are going to talk a little bit about the impact that 17 has had on their lives, and hopefully it can have on yours. And it's going to be a lot of inspiration, a lot of fun, a few laughs, meet some new people. What's not to love? You will love it. You definitely will love it. So that's on Sunday the 17th at 7. That's an easy thing to remember, isn't it? Sunday the 17th at 7. And it's a school night, so it only lasts for about an hour. We'll be all wrapped up by 8 o'clock, which would be great. So a little bit about the book. And by the way, if you have pre-ordered and you're thinking, Michael, I don't want any spoilers, don't worry. I'm not going to tell you all the content. I just want to tell you about the new bits. Many of the new bits. So there are now 17 chapters in 17. And when I first put it together, it should have had 17 chapters. When you think about it, when I first published this on the September the 17th, 2020, 3 years ago, you would have thought I would have had the sense to have made it 17 chapters. But I didn't. It was one of those things. I did it very, very quickly. From initial idea to publication was just 90 days, which is fast for a book. Whereas this time I've had a little bit more time to think about it. In fact, I've had 3 years to think about it. It's a long time. And this time we've got some extra bits in. So one of the things that I love is 17 ways to improve creativity. Now, creativity is an absolute master skill. And it's not about, creative as in art. It's about creativity for problem solving and finding different ways to do things and getting the best out of situations and saving money and making money and all those things. Creativity is absolutely king and queen when it comes to having a better quality of life. And so I'll give you 17 ways to improve your creativity. Then we've got 17 minutes with. Now this is based on, I do these interviews with people called 17 Minutes With, and I've looked at the questions that get the best responses when you talk to people. And I've created a list of 17 questions and the thinking behind them. So this is the type that you could sit down with your family and you could do one question a night over 17 different nights. And I promise you, they will be extraordinary conversations. So it's all about how you connect with people. If you just have 17 minutes and 17 questions that you can ask, that will get the very best out of those relationships. Then we have, this is my favourite one. 17 things that brilliant people do that average people don't. Pure personal development. If you like How to Be Brilliant, if you like The Edge, if you like that type of book that I've written in the past, this is all about the brilliant stuff. Behaviours, habits, things that brilliant people do that average people don't. And on Sunday, I'm going to go into a few of those in depth because it's gold dust. Why would you want to spend 25 years trying to work out something for yourself when you could spend 25 minutes and learn it from somebody else who's already been there, done it, and got the t-shirt? That's the key. So that's a great chapter. Then we've got 17 ways to contribute. And contribution is, if the secret of living is giving, then contribution is really important. But a lot of times people think contribution is just about writing a check. But it's not. It can be about that, but there's so much more. So 17 ways to contribute gives you 17 different ways that you can contribute into society, into your community, into your family, globally, universally, lots and lots of different ideas. 17, in fact. In fact, some of them are broken down with like 4 or 5 ideas in each of them. So there's some great things. And it truly is the most rewarding thing. And sometimes people think, well, Michael, I haven't got the time. I haven't got the time to contribute. Don't worry. There's things in there for you as well. Lots of ideas in there. And then we have finding your Team 17. So Team 17 is about creating this group of people around you who will be there for you to make sure that you can get the very, very best out of life. Now, this used to be a bonus chapter, but I turned it into a full chapter. And one of the things that we do is we have 17 different archetypes, so 17 different types of people to have in your life. And everything from, your 17 accountant, the person who's good with money. You would always go to them and you would say to them, I've got this idea about money or an investment, or should I spend this or should I do that? And they just know the money stuff. They're really, really great. And then somebody else might be the person who's your archetype, who is I call them your physician. Doesn't necessarily need to be a doctor, but somebody who is great with health stuff, who you can talk to, who you can share ideas with, and who you can get to help you. So whatever project, we've got these 17 different people, and what you do is you read about each one, and then you fill in the name of the person who you think would be great in that role, and then you go through what's called a farm process. So farming is where you plant, reap, and leave to go to fallow. And if you are planting, this means that you're developing relationships with these people. So you put a lot more in, but you connect with people, and you build up the relationship. Then you've got the whole time of harvesting. So harvesting is where you can ask people for input and help. And then there's times which is called leaving your ground to go fallow, where maybe you have no interaction with them, and that's all good and it's fine. And these things are all cyclical. And it doesn't take, a year to do it. It can take 2 days to do it. It can take hours to do it. It doesn't matter, as long as you remember to go through the cycle. Because if all you're doing is harvesting, you'll end up with nothing left. You will over farm the land. And so farming with people works in a similar way. And I'm going to talk about that on Sunday night too, because that's a really important area. And then there's one other bit. I think there are 6 extra chapters. Did I say 5 chapters before? There are actually 6 extra chapters, which is called 17 Musings. And this is where I've just taken 17 things that were in my mind. They weren't necessarily enough to be a chapter, but they certainly were more than just putting as an item on a list. So I've written 17 musings, and they are, talk about diverse. This is the most diverse list you'll ever see. So I'll give you some of the quick examples from 17 musings, which I think you'll enjoy. I've got here one why routine rocks. If Einstein had Google, it's a good question, isn't it? What would happen? A thing about excuses. What's the difference between confidence and arrogance? Loads of them are done as questions, and I answer the questions. How to wipe out negativity. There's a one here called It Is All About You. Is comparison the thief of joy? Of course it is, but it's why and what you can do about it. So these are just musings, things that were going on in my mind, and I just did 17 of them. Probably a good thing to sit on the loo and have a little read, read that. Oh, that's a nice, interesting musing from Michael. And then the question always is, when you take a musing and you take an idea, what will you do with that? What's your musing? And all the musings won't be for everybody. So it's that classic thing, isn't it? There's not everybody will like. What is it? See, this is me on the spot now. I don't want to hit pause. I want to just keep going with this. So you see me doing my thinking process. All of the ideas will work some of the time, and some of the ideas will work all of the time. That's all I was trying to say. Do my best to say, don't say try, weak word. So I'm excited about what's going to happen with 17, and I'm excited about sending out these copies to you if you've pre-ordered one. And if you haven't, remember, 17 Orange, available from this Sunday. And on this Sunday, we also have our very special event. Hey, that's me done for today. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've enjoyed me ranting and raving and chatting and sharing, because that's what I tend to do. And I'll definitely be here live next week. So if you've just tuned in and you're thinking, why is Michael not reading the bit down the side? It's because there's no bit down the side yet for me, because this is a pre-record. But in future, I will be looking at those in the future, which will be kind of your now. My future, your now. I will read them as soon as I finish the job that I'm doing today, and I will leave my comments, and it'll be great for you to share what you've thought about this particular session today. Say hi, let me know if you're watching a replay, do all that good stuff, and we will see you very, very soon.